हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय चैनल डीजी लर्निंग। आज मैं आपके लिए बीएड के नोट्स लेकर के आई हूँ। पेपर 1 चाइल्डहुड एंड ग्रोइंग अप के यूनिट 2। यूनिट 1 के नोट्स मैंने आपको पहले दे चुके हैं, आप मेरे चैनल पे देख सकते हो। और आज मैं यूनिट 2 के नोट्स लेकर के आई हूँ, दैट इज ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट, अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड अफेक्टिंग फैक्टर्स। ओके, फर्स्ट पेपर है हमारा बीएड का, दैट इज चाइल्डहुड एंड ग्रोइंग अप, उसकी यूनिट 2। ठीक है, आई एम जस्ट रीडिंग इट फॉर यू, just look at the notes once. First, growth and development. Growth means the growth of different parts of human body and the ability to those parts to work. The physical growth affects our behavior and vice versa. Thus, growth means shape and growth in weight, which includes growth of muscles also. Herbert Savinson refers physical growth as big and heavy. In other words, growth refers to increase in weight, height, and changes in body proportions. Growth takes place in the physical aspect only. Growth also refers to quantitative changes. Example, it is possible to measure how tall a child has grown over a specific period of time. Okay, now comes to the development. The term development refers to the various qualitative and quantitative changes taking place simultaneously with the changes of growth. The word development indicates the changes related to growth and moves towards maturity. Development can be described as growth in physical, mental, and emotional state of an individual. In the process of development, new abilities and characteristics get manifested, and there is a progressive change in the behavior of individual. Okay. According to J. E. Anderson, development is concerned with the growth as well as those changes in behavior which results from environmental situations. According to Heinz Wardner, development consists of two processes, that is integration and differentiation. Next comes to the differences between growth and development. Differences between growth and development are, this side I've given growth and here it's written development. See, first point. This is the first point. Okay. The term growth is used in purely physical sense. It is generally refers to an increase in size, length, weight, and height. Changes in the quantitative aspects come into domain growth. And development implies overall changes in shape, form, or structure resulting in improved working or functioning. It indicates the changes in the quality or character rather than quantitative aspects. Now comes to the second point. Growth is one of the part of development process. In strict sense, development in its quantitative aspect is termed as growth, and development is wider comprehensive term. It refers to overall changes in individual. Growth is one of its part. Third point, the change produced by growth are the subject of measurement. They may be quantified and are observable in nature. And development implies environment in functioning and behavior and hence brings qualitative changes which are difficult to measure directly. Next comes to the fourth point. Growth may or may not bring development. A child may grow by becoming fat, but this growth may not bring any functional improvement or development. Now come to the development part. Development is also possible with growth. When some children do not grow in terms of height, size, etc., but they do, it will be grow. ठीक है, grow है, growth नहीं है, grow है. When some children do not grow in terms of height, size, etc., but they do experience functional improvement, that is qualitative change or development. Next comes to the fifth point. Growth does not continue throughout the life. It stops when maturity has been attained. And development is a continuous process. It goes from womb to tomb. It does not end with the attainment of maturity. Okay, so I've given the 5 differences between the growth and development. Now come to the stages of growth and development. Stages of growth and development. Physical development means growing in height, weight, and body proportion. As we are aware that children grow taller and heavier and stronger every day. The growth in body is very rapid in early years, particularly from the birth to the age of 2. Then the growth slows down till it again becomes rapid with the coming of puberty, the stage of maturity, both in boys and girls. Educationalists and psychologists have studied that physical growth and development comes under four distinct periods. Two are characterized by slow growth, while two other by rapid growth. Okay. These periods can be differentiated as follows. First one, the prenatal period. Second one, the stage of infancy and babyhood, that is 0 to 2 years. First one is the prenatal period, means when the baby is in the mother's womb, means at the pregnancy period. Second is the stage of infancy and babyhood, that is 0 to 2 years. The childhood, early and late childhood, that is early childhood is of 2 to 6 years and late childhood is of 6 to 12 years. And the period of adolescence, that is 12 to 18 years. Okay. Now let us start this one, the prenatal period first. The prenatal period. This is the first development period in the lifespan of an individual. This period of growth and development takes place in the body of the mother before the birth of the child. So is also called as the prenatal development. It will be birth of the child. Sorry, there is some mistake. Before the birth of the child. So it is also called as a prenatal development. During this prenatal period, the human organism passes through three general stages. First is the germinal, then embryonic, and fetal. Okay. The term germinal is applied to egg-like organization. This exists in the mother's womb for about 2 weeks after the union of female ovum with the male spermatozoon. This union is the language of physiology is called the conception. In this union, the ovum is fertilized by millions or billions of cell division. Till here, I have told you, and now we are continuing. Okay. After a continuous process of 270 or 280 days, the newborn baby comes out. By the 8th week of the development, it is known as embryonic stage. Now, the structure displayed human characteristics. From the 8th week to birth, the development is known as the fetal stage. Three stages के बारे में बोला था ना. First था आपका germinal, second है embryonic. Embryonic stage means the 270 और 280 डेज तक का जो कंटिन्यूस प्रोसेस होता है, 8 वीक में जो डेवलपमेंट होता है उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं एम्ब्रियोनिक स्टेज. ठीक है. और उसके बाद का जो आता है 8 वीक के बाद से जो स्टेज आता है, दैट इज द fetal stage. Now it is called as the human fetus. This has grown after the conception and now continues to develop human structure and organs. After birth, the newborn sees the light of the world and grows and develops into a human being. They start the postnatal period of the child. प्रीनाटल मतलब बर्थ के पहले भी आपका प्रीनाटल है, जिसमें 3 स्टेजेस में वो डिवाइडेड है, जर्मिनल, एम्ब्रियोनिक और फैटल. ठीक है. और बर्थ के बाद जो स्टेज है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द पोस्टनाटल पीरियड, जिसके बारे में भी हम लोग पढ़ने वाले हैं. उसमें आपका आता है चाइल्डहुड, अर्ली चाइल्डहुड, लेट चाइल्डहुड एंड एडोलेसेंस. ठीक है. It is really a wonder as to how this microscopic single cell ovum becomes a 7 or 8 pound baby with arms and legs, a large number of bones, and all other internal complex organs. Yeah, really, it's very means. ऐसा भी हम लोग पढ़ रहे थे कि वो एक ओव्यूम से जब that babies comes out, it's have the leg, arms and everything. ठीक है. Now come to the stage of infancy and babyhood. The first stage was the prenatal stage. Now this is the second stage, that is stage of infancy or babyhood. Okay. Infancy is the beginning or early period of the existence of the newborn. During this period, the infant makes adjustment to the new environment outside the mother's body. The rapid growth and development which took place during the prenatal period suddenly came to a stop with birth. There comes a halt in the growth and development till it adjusts to the postnatal environment. Okay. It continues for a period of 2 weeks. Once these adjustments have been made, infants again resume their growth and development. Babies grow rapidly both physically and psychologically. Babyhood is an age of decreasing dependency. In other words, rapid development of baby leads to decrease in the dependency on others. Babyhood is one of the two periods of the rapid growth during the lifespan of the human being. The other period comes at puberty. The general pattern of growth and development is similar for all babies. There are variations in height, weight, sensory capacities, and other areas of physical growth. Some babies start life smaller in size and less developed than the normal. This may be due to the prematurely or to a poor physical condition resulting from the maternal malnutrition, stress and strain, or some other unfavorable condition during the prenatal period. As a result, such babies tend to fall behind their age mates during the babyhood years. ठीक है, ये तो हम लोग सभी जानते हैं दैट प्री मेच्योरली बेबी हुआ या फिर मेटरनल माल न्यूट्रिशन की वजह से, स्ट्रेस और स्ट्रेन की वजह से बेबीज कंडीशन विल नॉट बी टू गुड, उसका ग्रोथ जो होगा वो इतना ज़्यादा अच्छा नहीं होगा. नेक्स्ट कम्स टू द चाइल्डहुड स्टेज. Childhood begins when the relative dependency of babyhood is over. Approximately, this period extends to from the age of 2 years to 12 years. Early childhood extends from 2 to 6 years of age, and late childhood extends from 6 to 13 years of age. Thus, the early childhood begins at the conclusion of babyhood. It is the school entrance age. There is relatively little difference in the physical growth and development of the children before and after they are 6 years old. Late childhood is also called a stage of pre-adolescence. अर्ली चाइल्डहुड जो होता है वो बेबीहुड का लास्ट मीन्स रहता है, ठीक है, दैट इज द कंक्लूजन ऑफ द बेबीहुड. और जो लेट चाइल्डहुड होता है वो एडोलेसेंस का प्री होता है, मीन्स इट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज द प्री एडोलेसेंस. Now, the development of the child at this stage depend on his motor development. By motor development, it is mean the development of strength, speed, precision is in the use of one's arms, legs, and other body muscles. It is important because it has a great bearing on child's emotional, intellectual, and social development. Motor development takes place at a rapid pace during childhood. Motor skills develop in the child from more generalized to more specialized form of the activities. At this stage, some left-handed could be made the right-handed. Okay? That was about the late childhood and the early childhood, and now comes to the period of adolescence. It cannot be said with accuracy as when adolescence sets in. This is the period of maturity. Actually, we takes it at 12 to 18 years. है ना? Generally, it is described that the teenagers are the adolescents. It is the most critical stage in the lifespan of human being. The boy of 14 is characterized as neither useful nor ornamental. This is the period of maturity. It is told that the maturity marks the end of the growth. Growth of any organism from an immature to a mature state is called maturation. In this period, child's leg and other muscles grow to size and strength sufficient for standing, talking, and running to a maximum. His hands grow into excellent instruments for manipulating objects. His teeth, already present in rudimentary form, grow for harder work. His mouth and larynx grow into flexible speech organs. His brain grows not only in size but also in fineness to capably do its share in all human activities. Next comes to the heredity, meaning and definition. Human beings have a common genetic structure, but each human carries different set of genetic traits that they get from the parents. This include eye color, hair color, body type, height can be defined as the transmission of genetic traits from parent to their children. As per Peterson, heredity may be defined as what one gets from his ancestral stock through his parents. This includes nature, character traits, looks, intelligence, and cognitive skills. Okay. Now comes to the effects of heredity. First one, on the physical characteristics. This refers to looks or physical features. A child inherits biological heredity that is transferred through genes and chromosomes. Example, parents with a good height and physique generally have tall and strong children. It states that offspring will resemble his parents. A gene is a primary basis of heredity. It is a section of DNA that comprises coded instructions. Therefore, child development is largely affected by heredity factors. The twins and siblings will have similar genetic formations through the coded instructions will have notification. Next, third point is the offspring may not resemble his parents and thus there are variations. Therefore, every individual is unique in some way or the other. Example, color of the eyes may be different or children may not be as tall as their parents. This was on the basis of physical characteristics. Now come to the on intelligence. On intelligence, first point. Specific genetic traits are responsible for intelligence of a child and associate IQ levels of parents and siblings. The ability of effective learning, analysis, and decision making capacity develops from the level of intelligence that a child inherits. Second, according to Goddard, intelligent parents will have intelligent children, while dull parents will have dull children. Last comes to the on the basis of character. A child inherits the character traits from his parents. According to Duckwell, how a person's character or nature development is also dependent on what the person inherits from his parents. This was on the basis of character. Now come to the environment. Heredity हो गया, अब environment में आओ. Environment is a sum total of our surrounding. The word environment has been derived from a French word environa, meaning to surround. It refers to the environment in which organisms live. Human beings interact with their environment more vigorously than other living beings. Human beings are surrounded by air, water, vegetation, mountains, plateaus, rivers, and other objects. All these together make an environment. Environment plays a vital role in the development of human life. Contribution Contribution of environment is equally important for the development of human life as is the contribution of heredity. So some psychologists call psychological environment as social heredity. Behavioral psychologists have laid more emphasis on environment as compared to heredity. Okay, now comes to the definition of environment. Definition. According to Ann Nastis, environment is that factor which affects a human being beside his life. According to Holland on Dogler, the term environment is used to describe in aggregate all the external forces, influences, and conditions which affect the life, nature, behavior, and the growth, development, and maturity of living organisms. Next comes to the effects of environment. First is physical dissimilarities. Though physical attributes are mostly hereditary, by effect on environment can be clearly seen. Example, people living in mountainous areas are short structured, whereas people living in plain are generally tall and strong. For many generations, it has been observed that change of places affects a person's physical structure. Okay, next comes to the effects on personality. First point, personality development or modulation depends more on environment than hereditary factors. Any person can evolve into a better human being if he gets a proper environment. It is a fact that personality changes due to the difference in environment. Second point, we come across many examples near us where people who are born in low income or poor families have been able to rise due to better environment, which enabled their capabilities to work with full potential. Okay, this was the effect on personality. Now comes to the effect on mental health, mental growth. First point, a psychologist Garden view that mental growth slows down in human being in the absence of proper social and cultural atmosphere. He conducted a study on children living near river. The environment of these children the environment of these children was bad and away from the good effects of society. The study revealed that these children's mental development was also hampered due to their environment. Okay, so this was the effects of environment and heredity we have done. Now we are coming to the next point, that is individual difference. Individual difference. Dissimilarity is the principle of nature. No two persons are alike. All the individuals differ from each other in many aspects. Children born from the same parent and even the twins are not alike. This differential psychology linked with the study of individual differences. Okay. This change is seen in physical form like in height, weight, color, complexion, strength, etc. Differences in intelligence, achievement, interest, attitude, aptitude, learning habits, motor ability skills. Each man has an intellectual capacity through which he gains experience and learn. Every person has the emotions of love, anger, fear, and feeling of pleasure and pain. Everyone has the need of independence, success, and need for acceptance. Individual differences are divided into two, that is, inherited and acquired. In the inherited, physical, mental, and temperamental comes, and in the acquired, social, cultural, educational, and emotional comes. Okay, now come to the causes of individual differences. Causes of individual differences. There are various causes which are responsible for bringing up individual differences. First is the heredity. Some hereditary traits bring a change from one individual to other. As an individual's height, size, shape, and color of hair, shape of face, nose, hands, and legs, so to say, the entire structure of the body is determined by his hereditary qualities. Comes to the environment. Environment brings individual differences in behavior, activities, and attitude and style in life, characteristics, personality, etc. Environment does not refer only physical surrounding, but also it refers to only physical surrounding, but also it refers to different types of people, society, their culture, customs, traditions, social heritage, ideas, and ideals. Okay, next point comes to the race and nationality. Race and nationality is one cause of the individual difference. For example, Indians are very peace loving, whereas Americans are very frank due to the race and nationality. Next comes to the gender. Due to the gender difference, one individual differs from other. Men are strong in mental power. On the other hand, women on the average show a slight superiority over men in memory, language, and aesthetic sense. Women excel men in shouldering social responsibilities but are more emotional than men. Okay. Next point is age. Age is another factor which is responsible in bringing individual differences. Learning ability and adjustment capacity naturally grow with age. When one grow in age can acquire better control over our emotions and better social responsibilities. When a child grows in the maturity and development goes side by side. Next point is education. It is one of the major factors which bring individual differences. There is a wide gap between the behavior of educated and uneducated person. All traits of human being like social, emotional, and intellectual are controlled and modified through proper education. Education brings a change in our attitude, behavior, appreciation, personality. It is seen that uneducated persons are guided by the instinct and emotions, whereas the educated persons are guided by their reasoning power. Okay. Now come to the next point, that is educational implications of individual differences. Okay. First point. Aim of education, curriculum, method of teaching should be linked with the individual differences, considering the different abilities and traits individual. हर चीज़ ध्यान में रख करके ही टीचर्स को पढ़ानी चाहिए. Curriculum should be designed as per the interest, abilities, and need of the different students. Third point, the teacher has to adopt different types of methods of teaching considering individual differences in mind related to interest, need, etc. Some co-curricular activities such as drama, music, etc. should be assigned to children according to their interest. Teachers should use certain specific teaching aids which will attract the children towards learning. ऑब्वियसली टीचर शुड ऑलवेज कीप इन माइंड कि हाँ सारे स्टूडेंट्स को ध्यान में रख करके पढ़ाना है. ये नहीं कि एकदम सोच ले कि पूरा ब्रिलियंट स्टूडेंट है और सब कुछ समझा दिया एक लाइन में एंड कंप्लीटेड. Next point. Various methods such as playing method, project method, storytelling methods are to be used. Discovering how different children respond to a task or a problem. The division of pupils into classes should not be based only on the mental age. chronicle age of children, but the physical, social, and emotional maturity should be given consideration. Yeah, you can give commas to be used, discovering how different children respond. Next topic is factors affecting the child development. First is the caste or class. Caste-based discrimination has been a feature of Indian society for many centuries, and despite sustained efforts by the Indian government, caste-based inequity still persists in socio-economic status, educational attainment, and in health outcomes. Universalization of good quality education hasn't been achieved even though it is a right granted by the Constitution. There is a huge disparity in who receives a good quality basic education. Caste is significantly associated with the communication domain, social skills domain, and adaptive behavior of the children's adaptive behavior. The caste system has led to the upper caste being privileged over the lower caste. Dalits and lower caste are stuck in the vicious cycle of poverty, and one half of the poorest children belong to Dalit community. Low school enrollment rate and high percentages of child labor plague this disadvantaged communities. I hope आपको मेरी writing समझ में आ रही हो. Second point is gender. The sex of a child is another major factor affecting the development of child. Boys and girls grow in different ways, especially nearing puberty. Boys tend to be taller and physically stronger than girls. However, girls tend to mature over a longer period of time. The physical structure of their bodies also has differences which make boys more athletic and suited for activities that require physical rigor. Their temperaments also vary, making them show interest in different things. Next point is culture. Children growing up in different cultures receive specific inputs from their environment. For that reason, there is a vast array of cultural differences in children's belief and behavior. Language is one of the many ways through which culture affects development. Is one of the way through which culture affects development. Now, this is our last topic, that is thinking process of child development. Last topic of this unit 2. First is the logical. Logical reasoning is essential to problem solving, which is a stepping stone to success. Instigating the development of logical reasoning in children at an early age helps to improve mental operations, resulting in higher levels of cognitive activity and increased capability to solve intellectual problems. Next is the problem solving. By exploring social relationship, manipulating objects, and interacting with people, children are able to formulate ideas, try these ideas out, and accept or reject what they learn. Constructing knowledge by making mistakes is a part of the natural process of problem solving. Next point is the creativity. Creative development in 3 to 5 years old. The world of the preschooler is one of the imagination and magic. For many children, creativity will reach its peak before the age of 6, after which it will begin to decline with the onset of formal school and the developmental drive towards conformity. Creativity is the freest form of self expression. There is nothing more satisfying and fulfilling for children than to be able to express themselves openly and without judgment. The ability to be creative, to create something from person, feelings, and experiences can reflect and nurture children's emotional health. Last point is language. Language development supports many other aspects of development like cognitive, social, and literacy development. Language development starts with sounds and gesture, then words and sentences. We can support language development by talking a lot with the child and responding when the child communicates. So this was the notes of paper 1 unit 2. पेपर 1 यूनिट 3 के भी नोट्स मैं आपको जल्दी ही दे दूंगी, एंड इफ़ यू हैव एनी डाउट यू कैन आस्क मी इन द कमेंट बॉक्स, एंड इफ़ यू लाइक द वीडियो प्लीज़ लाइक कर दीजिएगा वीडियो को और सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिएगा चैनल को. ओके, थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग.